So I recently stumbled upon a very profitable niche. It's a very passionate niche, and in this video I'm going to discuss with you guys basically how to go out and find the best niche possible for you guys to hop in right now. Full disclaimer, I'm not going to tell you guys the exact niche. I'll have actually, if you can click a link in the description, I'll have a little link that's going to take you to a website where you guys can actually grab a niche list, and it will show you guys the most profitable niches I have seen to work in 2018. It is going to be a few dollars, so if you guys aren't wanting to pay literally a few dollars, like less than a Dutch Bros coffee, then no worries, you guys can go ahead and look at niches yourself. But other than that, today we're going to discuss how to find these passionate, profitable niches. So keep in mind, I just said passionate, and that ties into finding the best niche. So you never want to hop into a niche where it's something very generic like an iPhone charging cable. While there's businesses that sell those, it isn't a passionate audience to the point where you can't get people to buy on emotion. So for me, I'm now selling a $70 product on for my Shopify dropshipping store. I source it for around $15 to $20 on AliExpress, and I'm able to have people buy because it's a very passionate niche. It's something where people need to buy this if they're a certain age or gender or something, or they're in a certain place in their life. They actually need to buy one of these things. So it's one of those things where it taps into people's emotions. They see it and they're like, okay, I really need to buy this just because I can't really live without buying one of these because I need it for this specific reason. You don't want to sell someone a shoe that's just a normal shoe. Obviously there are probably, again, profitable dropshipping shoe stores, but it's one of those things where you will have you'll have an easier time selling if you're selling based on someone's passion and getting into their emotions somewhat. So that's going to be number one, is getting into their emotions and hopping into a passionate audience. You never, again, want to sell something like phone chargers because long-term people aren't going to be passionate about a certain phone charge brand or phone charger brand. They just will buy what's convenient for them. But let's say you're selling them their favorite sports, not their favorite sports team. Let's say they're a passionate audience, or let's say they're passionate for soccer. Let's say you sell them a soccer keychain. They're going to be passionate about that because they are really into a certain sport or maybe a certain car. Maybe they have a BMW. I have an E46 M3. I'm super passionate about E46, the E46 community and stuff. So I look at E46 BMW accounts all the time, and I see people promoting E46 keychains, BMW keychains, M3 keychains all the freaking time. And it's just one of those things where a lot of people probably buy because I see that being promoted very consistently. So there is a ton of money to be made there because people are super passionate about their cars. They don't own cars just because it's a car. They own E46 BMW M3s because they have a passion for that model of the car. That's why they've bought an older M3. Another thing you want to keep in mind is the potential to scale. So a lot of people are starting to sell random products, like let's just say a mammoth keychain. Not a lot of people are passionate about mammoths, okay? Now let's just think about dogs. It's a much more passionate audience to the point where most people in the United States actually own dogs, and the UK and Canada and probably Mexico. A lot of people own dogs, so it's one of those things where you want to hop into those niches where people are actually passionate about it and they think about that potential or that thing every single day constantly because it's one of those things that they're actually very passionate about. You don't want to hop into something random like the sloth niche. Although you will find that you can get sales, your potential to scale is going to be really hard. Who do you know that doesn't have a dog? Probably very few people. Who do you know that has a sloth? Probably very few people, if any. It's one of those things where dogs you can target millions upon millions of people. Sloths you could probably scale to a point, but then be kind of, have to stop at a certain point due to the fact that you aren't able to scale that up. This one's actually going to be kind of controversial compared to the first one I said. Items that people think that they need in their head, not necessarily passionate, items that people think that they need or things that will help them conserve time, those sell extremely well. So for me, I was looking at a product, it was a certain food type of product. It made cooking a specific food very, very simple, like so simple to the point where it would be stupid for people who saw it to not buy it. I've almost sold it because I have a general store right now. Well, I used to, it's now transitioned to a specific niche. But it was one of those things where it's like, okay, if someone sees this and is passionate about this certain food and they don't buy it, it would be foolish to. So you want to try and sell those things that people think that they need need. This was not necessarily a passion of theirs. This was just one of those things where it's like, okay, I see that. Oh my God, I can see how I use that. You know, I could potentially use that in my day-to-day life, but why do I not have that? It would save me so much time and it would allow me to do so much in my cooking career with this certain food. So saving time is another big one. We're at, you know, passion, getting into their emotions and stuff, scalability, having being time efficient. That's kind of why Uber wins, because they sell time. They literally make it so you don't have to drive somewhere. You can just Uber, and while you're Ubering, you can still do tasks and you don't have to focus on the road because you have someone driving you. So that's awesome. But that is gonna wrap it up for 3 things on how I believe you guys should start to think in your head if you want to try and find profitable niches. You don't want to just go out. Obviously for me, I go out and I look on Facebook and I look on Instagram and I look on Twitter and I look on Pinterest and see what people are interacting with and engaging with. And then after that, I go on and start thinking like, okay, with this product, can I scale it? Is it a passionate product? And does it save people on time, or does it make people, when people would see it, would they think that they need it, or would they just be like, maybe want it, that'd be cool, but I don't have that much money to spend. I want to get people to the point where they're like, okay, I have $100 in my bank account. I see this product, I need it. I need to go buy it right now. I don't need to wait. It's one of those things where I need it. So that's kind of where I'm trying to play into people when I'm selling them product. But that's about it. That's gonna wrap it up for this short 3-step process for finding the most profitable niches or niches. I really don't know how to say it, whatever. If you guys actually do want a list of the most profitable niches of 2018 that I'm seeing right now, I'm actually in a few of them, so I will give you them, and you guys will be able to see what I'm in as well as what I see potential in that I'll probably hop into for the end of the year. But other than that, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Again, link will be in the description. It's only a few dollars, so if you can't do that, no worries. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe for more dropshipping content, just e-commerce in general. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm a dropshipper. I order products, general products, or like generic. I have 3 products right here that actually I'm using one of the products as a little booster for my camera because I'm using a stool rather than my office chair. So one of the products is right there, and then 2 of them are right there. So I order products that are generic from Alibaba and DHgate, and then I create big listings on eBay and sell them consistently like that, as well as drop shipping, and then I buy electronics in town and resell them. So I do a ton of e-com. That's kind of just my thing. It's very fun to do. So if you're interested in that, you can click the subscribe button below and thumbs up this video if you did enjoy. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.